I had the little chin strap I've got to have. I'm not going to lie. I seem to recollect it as well.
Yeah, it's up in there.
Oh, I put in the, what is it?
Yeah. Just a So you should be tight.
Very good.
Right. So this afternoon I'm going to try and demonstrate my beehive to my two friends Robin and Jenny from the Isle of Man, where they are very lucky to live in such a good place for beekeeping because they don't have Varroa disease in the Isle of Man, do you?
No.
No. One of the few places in the British Isles that's free of Varroa, so you don't need to use chemicals like we do on the mainland.
Okay.
Yeah, that should do. That's the roof. Normally this would have a waterproof skin on it to stop the rain. This would be a normal type of roof. Now, let's have it here. This is all brace comb on the top where they've glued it all down, see? So I'm having to prise it apart slowly. I'm going to see how far it can get without smoke. So that's the honey super. And the first frames are thin foundation, which I shall use for comb honey, a cut comb honey. The other frames are standard foundation, which I'll extract the honey out of. So just to show you, see, you've got to be very gentle, don't crush any bees. And they're all okay up to now. I'll take this out and then you can see there's a nice frame of thin foundation. I'm getting a little bit attacked here in the face. You can tell by the sound of the bees. What I need is I need a cloth. I'll put a cover cloth on like that, and that's that keeps them subdued a little bit. You can put an acid on this cloth to just trying to remember the name. They used to call them stink cloths. It was carbolic. You put carbolic on this in the old days, and it used to suppress them like smoke does. So I'm going to lift this super of honey off, which is probably the best part of 30 pound, and I'm going to put it down there. So it will expose the brood chamber, which is the bigger box below. Just take this this hive lift. It's always handy to have. Just keep it puffing and make sure it doesn't go out.
Puff now?
Not in there, anywhere.
Oh, what?
Yeah, that's not anywhere you like. Just every so often to make sure it doesn't go out.
I see.
That's okay. That's okay now for another few minutes. What I've got to do is free this because it's glued with wax and propolis for the lower chamber. We lift the honey off and place this one sting on the cheek. Okay, I'll take the smoker, please. Thank you. Now that's wire mesh there is a queen excluder, and that's to keep the queen down below. She can't pass through that. If she could get through, she would lay eggs in the brood in the super up above, and we don't want eggs and brood in that. So we keep the queen down below. July is the height of the season, really, in the UK. It's the month when we get the biggest honey flow. So taking the queen excluder off, and we put that over the brood chamber like that. These bees can amuse themselves for the time being. Now then, the queen's usually in the centre. I have a dummy board at the back of the hive, which does make life easier, because once you get this out, then it gives you space to work with. And before I get it out, I'm just going to get a spare frame to put in, because I think we might need one. That's all that, Jenny. It's quite right. See if we can get this dummy frame out. It's okay, girl. Slowly does it. They don't like being rolled either. Gently out. One on the hand, it's deciding whether to sting me or not. Well, actually, I should inspect this in case the queen's on it, because there's always a chance. Now we're in the brood chamber, she could be anywhere, and we don't want to lose the queen, so just have a quick scout over. I don't think she's there, so we can leave that there. Hope they don't go from the legs. Now that's a drone. He's the big guy. These are all the fellas. They don't sting yet. They haven't got a sting. So I'm going to have a look at his back frame. I think it could be mostly honey. Well, it's nearly right. It is mostly honey. It's sealed honey, and sealed honey and unsealed honey. Both sides. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take that out. I might have a little bit of that for breakfast in the morning. I'll just leave it here and hopefully those bees will find their way home. Now then, what I'll do, put this one in its place and that will give them something to work on. In actual fact, it might be better if we put it a little bit further inside the brood chamber. These frames are 14 by 12. It's the larger size of the British National. Gives them plenty of area to move to work on. Excellent choice. Because you can have a 12-inch instead of a 14-inch. Some people have two 12 inches, which is what they call double brood. And don't worry, don't just keep still as you can.
Okay.
And don't worry, they can't get you. They can get me and Jenny. So while I'm here, let's see if we can show you something further in the hive. We might even spot the queen if we're lucky. Getting buzzed.
Been stung again.
No, not yet. Go on, you're okay, you're alright, I'm not after you. Okay. Oh. No, I'm going to get one on the neck in a minute. I'm going to retreat and put some a veil on, and I'll be back. Thank you. So that's a good brood comb. In the centre you can see the seal brood, and at the bottom the big lumpy cells are drone cells, see?
Oh, I see.
And you can see the honey is around the outside. There's usually a bit of pollen in between the honey and the brood. So that's about as far as I'm going to go today.
Yeah.
But they're a good tempered strain, and very, very vigorous. Should just take some of this brace comb away. Oops. My balance isn't as good these days, I'm afraid, as it used to be. The queen usually retreats towards the darkness at the bottom of the hive when being disturbed like this. She goes down for safety. So we put that back exactly where it came from, gently, rather than getting stung on this wrist. See, you after me there. They can't get the stings out, see? I can't. Pushing the frames up now. I'll take the smoker again, Robin, please. And Right. Thank you. I forgot which way around it goes. I think it's this way. Gently in. That's the dummy board. That's in underneath the excluder on top. Oh. Ah, they've discovered my legs now. Whoa, I have to go and put some trousers on. Oh. Nearly out. Bit of buttercup got in there by mistake. Not that it matters too much, but that goes that way up actually with the recess underneath. We'll put it back on, try and do it without squashing any bees. And then lastly, what I do with my hive tool, let's use. Oh, they don't like that. Wow, they don't like that. I squashed a few bees there, I'm afraid. Girls, I'm sorry. Done my best. And I want the...
This one, this last one.
Oh, that's the one. Thanks, Jenny. Top. Can go on there. Oops. There we are, that'll do for today.
Okay. Well
Go.
done.
So, there we've done a demonstration, middle of the July flow. What did you think of that?
An experience.
Yeah, it's great.
Really
I was going to say,
interesting.
I'm a celebrity, get me out of here.
Get you out of here.
Very joking.
Oh,
Right.
you tied it at the back as well.
No, it was great. It was really interesting.
Very interesting,
Yeah.
actually. Very interesting. I didn't realise there was so much to getting the honey.
Well, there you know. You know now.
Yeah, quite amazing.
Well
It's very
done,
good.
Robin.
Very interesting.
Well done, Jenny. Any questions?
Well,
No questions.
when do you actually
Make a cup of tea.
the one that you've left behind now? Eventually, the bees are going to go back from that cone you
Into
left
the-
out there
yeah.
into the hive in
Yeah.
their own time.
Yeah,
And
unless,
then you extract the honey. Is that
unless
what
the
you do?
queen is on that frame,
Yes.
in which
Yeah.
case it'll be the other way round. So,
So
And
the
time
other
will
bees
tell.
will go to
Time will
her.
tell.
yeah, and I'm
Mhm.
hoping that when the bees have reduced, then I shall take it and brush the remainder off,
Yes.
and we'll take it into the kitchen and get a bit of honey.
Mm.
The sealed honey and there's unsealed honey. The unsealed honey is not ripe. It's being
Oh,
topped
I
up
see.
and evaporated. When it's evaporated to the right consistency, then the bees will seal it, and then it stores very well. But if you don't, if it's not sealed, it's thin, it's got a higher water content. They haven't evaporated that water content away, so it can ferment. And so you don't want fermented honey.
There's quite a few
Oh, it did.
Good on your nose.
entrance here.
I see.